Hey everybody, it's Doug Devitre, author of Screen to Screen Selling, and today I'm going to introduce to you a new program that I put together. It's actually an updated program of Screen to Screen Selling. And if you remember the book that was written back in 2015, we introduced some new tools like Join Me and Zoom and different ways of sharing your screen. Now we have different ways of being able to show up inside the square, right? And so inside this little camera feed, whether you're presenting new ideas or you're delivering education or you're just trying to host a meeting that's effective, we're going to give you the tools and the process and the skills so that you feel 100% confident. So when you show up, you're not going to make mistakes. When it comes to making mistakes, like if we think about, the cost of not showing up to a meeting, what does that look like? Your participation, you can't give it. What does that look like? Is your income or your revenue directly affected by your ability to present new ideas inside of this little box? And so when we think about this, for these live type of engaging presentations, we got to make sure that the internet works. We have to make sure that the audio and the sound and the lighting, and it works in the way that we have it designed, and we're not just kind of caught up in, trying to troubleshoot things last minute or trying to figure, well, gosh, now I'm stuck. Right now we'll just have to cancel, postpone, and everybody loses their money and everybody loses the time. They have to reschedule something else. It can end up being a disaster. So when you look at this boot camp, right, that I've kind of put together, it's a 6-month boot camp, right? It's not just a CE. It's not a CE course. It's not a certification. This is like a boot camp, right? Where you're going to be having regular group meetings with me to discuss some of your biggest priorities within this process, right? So if you're having a problem getting connected with the right internet, we're going to help you. If you're having a problem, getting your green screen set up just right, we're going to help you. If you're not sure which type of broadcasting service to use, we're going to help you so that not just, like at the end of a full day course, even you're trying to think, well, gosh, where's my support? I'm going to be with you 6 months. And this is the kind of you think about, how much detail we're going to go in to 6 months. Like there's so much value that's crammed into this thing. And really, we're going to demonstrate some of the best practices that will encourage you to adopt whatever it is, whatever type of business that you're leading or any type of presentation you're trying to deliver or some type of service that you're trying to offer. We're going to help you do this, right? And so as I scroll down here, this is broken down to 10 different modules. And once you start to see some of these, you're going to think, okay, gosh, this is something that I've been really lacking, right? Or this is something I've been trying to figure out and I can't seem to get it right. So, the number one thing for people right now is building an in-home professional studio. Not the bookcase in the back, right? Not just a blank wall, but really showing up a way like I am with the right lights and the right production quality without having to hire in, IT and everything else. So, that's just one module, and you can think of how much time that'll save you getting it right. It'll totally pay for itself right there. Now, everything in, well, how do you deliver more value and reaching more people? How can you get more people to take action? From the presentations that you deliver, we're going to cover how to do that. When you have people participate in a remote environment, how do you engage them? How do you actually get them to do what you're trying to talk about? We're going to give you different tactics on how to be able to do that. When you think of the shortcuts too, right? So some of the shortcuts, if I wanted to go from, let's say, participant chat, right? So now we're in participant chat, and then now we're back to this website. You want to be able to do that fast and not kind of mess around. So some of these shortcuts when it comes to switching your camera angle and different types of websites going to come in extremely handy, probably when you least expect it, right? And one of the biggest things, right, is being able to join on time and reducing the technical failure that's out there. So we definitely have some actionable things for you to look at there. Whether it's giving dynamic virtual presentations or you just want to sell your program in a way that's meaningful to to your customers. I'm going to show you what works for me. When I've been doing this for since this thing first started. Let's say you have a team, right? And it could be you as an entrepreneur, your team, or maybe your mastermind, or it could be a large organization where you're trying to get people to work more collaboratively within a process. These are some of the things we can help you with. Creating a live broadcasting, or just simple productivity hacks. This 6-month program is really designed to give you the most amount of value for you to actually implement some of the things that we have. So as far as like what's included, I've got a Facebook group that you'll be able to join, and it's secret group, so you'll actually get a link and an invite specifically to that. We'll give you our entire project management file that you'll be able to start using right away to help you choose the right technology or platform or the right process, getting custom, and then that way, you can customize it to your business, right? Because it depends on what type of operating your system you're using or device you're using. You're going to need very specific answers, and so that's we've kind of created that project management where you can kind of plug and play whatever you might need. This one right here, this assessment, I'll just give you a sneak peek of this. This is a huge assessment that we have to be able to that's going to ask you questions regarding 10 areas that I've shown you just recently. So if you scroll back up, you see those 10 areas. This assessment's going to ask you questions to make you think about all the different possibilities. So that way, when you step into the game, right, when you step inside of that square, you're really going to show up in a powerful way. Now, with this option right here, we're going to do weekly group Zoom meetings. So it doesn't matter if there's 1 or if there's 100 people on. Everyone who's involved will be able to participate and get value directly from me. And what's great about that too also is other people can learn from one another, which makes it even more fun. And so at the end of this 6 months, I'm going to let you take the assessment again and see how well you've done, which, hopefully, the goal here is to demonstrate improvement, right? Not just to invest and say, this is what I've done. So this is we're committed to your results, right? Which is a lot different from some other programs you might have taken. And then finally, this software, myvideo.rip, this is a tool that we are giving access to for anybody who signs up. Now, if let's say you want something that's a little more personal, that you don't want to share things in the group, you really want to implement this at a faster rate, so that way you can differentiate yourself. Because look, everyone's going to start doing this. It's just a matter of who does it first that positions themselves as kind of the industry leader, and that's kind of where we are right here. So this personal coaching intensive gives you private access to me. I won't delegate you to another coach, right? You'll be able to communicate with me using these same tools and using a lot of what we have, but it's intense, right? I'm going to put you through a variety of different exercises so that when you show up, your ROI on this thing is going to be pretty dramatic. So what I would encourage you to do is, you can scroll through this Q&A here, but I encourage you to reserve your spot right now. We're going to limit this to 100 participants the first go around. So make sure that if you are serious about this and you want to get started in improving your virtual presentations, how to really build relationships in a way that serves people, you'll be able to follow this. But you have to sign up and register now, because we only have this available for 100 people. So kind of looking at the end here, you have so many different ways of being able to use technology, right? And really, I know that a lot of people are working from home and trying to figure out, well, how do I stay ahead of this? How can I still serve customers? How can I differentiate my brand? Screen-to-screen selling is the way. And I hope that you sign up and take advantage of this program. My name is Doug Devitre, author of Screen-to-Screen Selling, and I hope to see you in the bootcamp. Have a great day.